Hello, dear algorithms traders. Many trading coaches always talk about mindset and how important it is in trading. Can you compensate for a lack of expertise in trading setup with a good mindset, or is it all just marketing to make a lot of money? In today's post, we will analyze what priority the mindset actually has in relation to trading expertise and trading setup. You'll be amazed at what comes of it. What is mindset? Mindset includes the behavior and thought patterns as well as the attitude, mentality, or mental attitude of people. It is assumed that our inner beliefs influence the way we behave and make decisions in certain situations. Many trading coaches claim that mindset is 80% of trading success. Is it possible to beat the big players on the stock market with just your thoughts and attitude and thereby become financially independent? As an investor, a trader is also a kind of entrepreneur, not from the point of view of sales tax law, but since his intention is to generate long-term income, he must also act economically in the area of his private investments. This requires a certain entrepreneurial spirit, which often poses a great challenge for employees. To be successful as an entrepreneur, I first need an internal and external analysis. With the internal analysis, the strengths and weaknesses of the trade are first analyzed, while the opportunities and risks of the stock market are compared with the external analysis. The external analysis is also referred to as environment analysis or market analysis. The first goal is now to expand the market opportunities using my strengths. Which of my strengths are suitable for this and which are not? How can my strengths increase the realization of the given opportunities? The second thing is to reduce my weaknesses so that my market opportunities do not worsen in the future. For example, how can weaknesses develop into strengths, or where can weaknesses turn into opportunities? The third goal is: which risks can I counter with which strengths, and how can I use my strengths to prevent certain risks? Finally, we ask ourselves, where do weaknesses meet risks and which activities should be avoided? Many traders are neither aware of the opportunities and risks in the market nor do they know their strengths and weaknesses in stock market trading. Now comes the critical question: how am I going to be able to take advantage of concrete opportunities and threats when I'm not clear about my own strengths and weaknesses? Until then, this has nothing to do with mindset, and you can find more information in this video. Now look at the most important emotions of us humans and first filter out those that support or hinder us in the area of trading. The positive emotions help us to muster the courage to sell a position in the market. Here we see a trader who has worked up the courage to exit a long position. Now he sits in front of the screen and hopes for a strong upward movement. Unfortunately, the price moves in the opposite direction. The trader stays positive, but the market doesn't care and loses $10,000 in seconds. Now you could say, don't worry, your money isn't gone, it's just someone else's, but that doesn't really help at the moment. The saying is just as silly: a trader loses 10,000 euros and wins 500 euros again, the crowd does the trick. Mathematically, possibly a serious mistake. This is just as crazy as the phrase, how should I know what I'm thinking before I hear what I'm saying? I know where I want to go, but not what measures I need to take to get there. This means that until I know exactly what strengths and weaknesses I have, I am not in a position to react appropriately to this very complicated stock market. As a runner, you should always first ask yourself whether you prefer long distances, medium distances, or short distances. Even as a soccer player, you have different strengths and weaknesses, which mean that you can only play certain positions. Likewise, you should first find out which trader category you belong to. Are you the blue analyst, precise, level-headed, questioning and strategic, the fiery red doer, decisive, purposeful and willing to take risks, the earth green systematic, empathetic, reflective and constant, or the sun yellow practitioner, creative, individual and intoxicating? Are you a swing trader, a day trader, or more of a scalper? Are you more of a wait-and-see fear trader or a goal-oriented greed trader? You will get the answer in my video. What type of trader are you? There you will find a detailed and free analysis that will definitely help you. Let's get to the question: how do you learn to drive a cart? First of all, by doing it and having fun with it. If it's more than a hobby, you might buy a cart and train as often as you can while gaining experience. A lot of talent and luck. You can even win decisive races and maybe get into Formula 3 and then Formula 2. The best drivers even end up in Formula 1 one day. And where do you learn to trade? Now in the Forex or futures market. You open an account with a broker and off you go. However, we are not on a kart training ground, but start immediately in Formula 1. There we compete with our kart against a Formula 1 racing car of the big players. This is also the reason why so many retailers lose at the beginning. Now some will say that you can also train in the demo account. That's true, but unfortunately these are two different pairs of shoes, since the decisive emotions are not trained in demo trading. Here are the top 10 emotions responsible for our losses. You have to train regularly to be successful. An average trader who makes 500 trades a year will suffer around 300 losses with a loss rate of 60%. This enables him to train his 10 emotions 30 times a year. After 7 years, each emotion was trained 210 times. The efficient trader who makes 4,000 trades a year can train each emotion 1680 times in 7 years. There's a huge difference between training your emotions daily and just once a week. The trading coaches claim that the mindset accounts for 80% of trading success. What use is it for a retailer who has just started in the futures or Forex market if he goes into trading with a positive attitude or competes with a laptop against the biggest big players in the world? I'll give you the answer that brings the trader nothing for the trading coach €10,000 additional income from his trading student. Success in trading depends on many things. Of course, the mindset also counts, but even more important is the technology such as IT, screens, ping times and stock exchange software. Likewise, the decisive setup with which you can achieve profits, your many years of experience, the correct calculation of probabilities in combination with strategic money management. You also need the right expertise, combined with chaotic creativity. Now let's hypothesize that these 8 factors would be the key to success. Likewise, we claim that all these factors are equally important. If the trading coaches now claim that mindset is 80% of success, only 3% remain for the remaining points. I don't think more needs to be said about it. Imagine 2 pilots trying to fly an airplane with only their mindset. Everyone can figure out where that will lead. Of course, mindset is also a decisive factor, but only when the basics in trading have been met. We have already seen the 10 emotions that are responsible for our losses. In principle, these emotions can be reduced to 3 main points. First, not taking a trade for fear. Second, after a loss, revenge trades, try to get the money back. And third, doing unnecessary trades out of greed or taking too much risk. How can you optimize these emotions now? Solely through experience. Which kart driver has more experience now, the one who has completed 2,000 laps or the one who has completed 10,000 laps? Which tennis player is more capable of winning a match? The one who played 2,000 games or the one who played 10,000 games? Which trader has a higher probability of winning, the one who has completed 2,000 trades or the one who has an experience of 10,000 trades? Experience is a series of different experiences. Anyone who has carried out a work step 10,000 times is a professional in the field. First of all, it is important to find out where your strengths and weaknesses lie in trading. Are you more of a scalper, a day trader, or a swing trader? I always find it funny when trading coaches claim they can do anything. A duck can also fly, swim, walk and dive, but none of this professionally. Even if one is a day trader, there are so many different techniques that would take more than a lifetime to learn all of them. Especially a beginner is completely overwhelmed by the different offers to choose the best for himself. There are thousands of different assets that require different strategies and approaches, and each asset has unique opportunities and threats that can only be compared over the years. In addition, the assets are connected to each other like gears and influence each other. And in the end, all of these different factors have to be combined to determine the best value for money. For example, why wait 138 seconds to break even in Australian dollars and New Zealand dollars when it can be reached in 25 seconds in euros and US dollars? Of course, this always depends on the spread and the respective volatility. Why would a trader look for patterns in price, volume or candles when it is mathematically logical that there can be no patterns? Why do you make more money in the short term than in the long term, and why should you plan your strategies very carefully beforehand? Which factors are decisive in the area of money management, and how do I recognize that my odds are improving internally, despite my losses? A trader must ask himself all these questions beforehand in order to reach his break-even point as efficiently as possible. By the way, you will get clear answers to all these questions in my numerous videos. The main reason why many trading coaches claim that the mindset accounts for 80% of success is because they have absolutely no idea about the crucial areas of trading. Otherwise, they would not be trading coaches and would earn money with trading. I still have a funny summary of Waluli's story about mindset and coaches.
Allein in Deutschland machen Coaches eine halbe Milliarde Euro Umsatz im Jahr. Schauen wir uns doch mal an, wie sie den Leuten das Geld aus der Tasche herausmotivieren. Trick Nummer 1: Stumpf ist Trumpf.
Wenn du deine Vorstellungskraft so nutzt, dass der Traum so stark ist, dass er alle Hindernisse, alles, was du bis jetzt Negatives in der Vergangenheit erlebt hast, ausschalten kann, dann gehst du immer nach vorne im Leben. Und dann fragst du dich, wo habe ich so ein positives Umfeld, dass ich absolut bestärkt werde? Und weißt du, wo du das findest? Auf Seminaren.
Und wo wir gerade auch schon beim skrupellosen Abverkauf sind.
Geht nie auf ein Seminar. Alleine. Niemals. Nehmt immer Teile eures Umfelds mit. Immer.
Ergibt Sinn. Also für die Coaches. Solche Seminare können nämlich mal schnell 4.000 bis 5.000 Euro kosten. Denn auf Seminaren werden Ihnen Bücher, CDs und weitere Seminare angedreht. Nach dem schönen Motto:
Du hast jetzt hier sozusagen die Grundlage gelegt für deinen Erfolg, aber wenn du das ernst nimmst, wenn du wirklich erfolgreich werden willst, wenn du nicht nur darüber redest, dann musst du auch noch Nachfolgeseminare buchen.
Das häufigste Bullshit-Buzzword von Coaches lautet aber nach wie vor Mindset. Mindset hört man noch häufiger als den Carglass-Jingle.
Mindset.
Eigentlich beschreibt das nur die Geisteshaltung der Teilnehmer. Aber spätestens da hört dann der Spaß auf. Denn hier geht es teilweise nicht mehr nur ums Geld, sondern auch um Gesundheit.
Das geht dann sehr weit bis hin zu, dass man Menschen gesagt hat, wenn du an Krebs erkrankt bist, dann darfst du nicht jammern, denn du hast das zu verantworten. Du musst dein Denken ändern, damit die Krebserkrankung weggeht.
Coaching verspricht also einfachste Lösungen für hochkomplexe Probleme im Privat- und Berufsleben.
Ja, ich brauche keinen Motivationscoach. Ich habe eine Motivationscouch.
Du bist ein geiler Typ. Schön geistig und wohlgeformt.
Ja, das stimmt.
Also ich muss sagen, das war schon beinahe komisch. Ja, die müssen aufpassen, sonst verlieren sie noch ihren schlechten Ruf.
Humans are made up of 50 to 80% water, which is exactly why they are easy to see through. If you open your eyes, you will no longer fall for the coaches in the future. Maybe I could show you today that the mindset only plays a minor role on the way to success. Of course, having the right mindset helps to be successful, but to do that you first need to lay the groundwork in trading. And trading has more to do with the right setup, lots of probability calculations, and proper money management than chaka motivation. Since most trading coaches only master exactly that, you should rather limit yourself to the essential things in the future and avoid the coaches. This not only saves nerves and time, but also a lot of money. I wish you a successful trading week and look forward to seeing you here again soon. Best regards, Michael.